Lately I have been coming back to Marvel Rivals as an old player who used to play a lot during the launch, but then kinda took a long break after got a little bit bored of it. But now something has kinda dragging me back in. I am playing as a solo player very casually, and it's kinda interesting to play. Kind of very well. I don't know if Rivals is that competitive game, but it has that kind of a mindset, I guess, as a PvP hero shooter that many people might think that you have to play it so seriously or competitively, even if you're just doing some casual stuff in quick play. So I kind of thought if there are other people like me who just likes to play these type of games as a solo player and very casually, I'd like to give some thoughts about how to enjoy that game as a kind of solo player who wants to play casually from time to time. Wrote up some ideas that I had in my mind about that mindset. So let's check through what did I actually wrote into my notepad real quickly here, and while there is some gameplay running in the background. I think if you're taking kind of this casual approach, so you're not trying to necessarily grind the ranked or the competitive side of this game, you should definitely rather just focus on about the characters you want to play and about the characters that you want to improve maybe. So, and not necessarily worry about the meta that much. Especially, we're talking about just doing some, quick play here, not the ranked, definitely. So I think you shouldn't really worry about the current meta necessarily, or about some weird tier lists or what heroes are good and what not. Maybe if you're just a fan of some Marvel character, it's probably more fun to you to play that kind of character and learn to be good with that kind of character, learn their abilities. Then just if you would be like hunting after some meta gameplay, meta changes all the time, you probably have to be switching around the characters a lot, and I don't know if that would be fun. Of course, some people enjoy the variety. I mean, I do enjoy the variety as well, but if I just want to play some certain character and there's a spot for that slot, DPS, melee, or tank in the team, I just rather take a character that I want to learn or feel like I'm decent at, so it feels much funnier that way. And if we are still trying to, of course, maybe have some kind of like goals in the game, we're not grinding the ranked here as said, but maybe we try to do some other stuff. And I think you should also understand that matchmaking is what it is in this game. It has been since launch. It's not the best one out there, but I don't know if it's the worst one either. But it is the fact that there are those loss streaks that you get, then you get thrown into a bot match once in a while, and then you move on. And maybe that's something as well that might hinder some people down. But I'd say not to worry about that much. How good is your win-lose ratio? But maybe like just kind of thinking how to improve your own gameplay, because if you just don't worry about the win-lose ratio, but instead of focusing on what you can learn in each game, just gonna improve your skills with your character, then of course your win ratio will eventually start going up. Of course you can't prevent the matchmaking throwing sometimes bad team players to you, because it's a team game in the end. So you can be as good as you want, but you still might lose the match. Or sometimes it might be, if you realize it's your own fault that you lost some match, then you can learn from it. So instead of worrying about the win-lose ratios, just gonna set some small personal goals. Improve your accuracy with the character you're playing. You can definitely keep on learning new heroes once in a while, of course, to have some variety and to be able to play each role that is needed in the game. And just gonna learn when to use some abilities, when to use heroes' ultimates, and all that good jazz. I think in that, if you just kind of track your own kind of progression with some hero or just overall in the gameplay, it probably in the end would feel more rewarding than win-lose ratio. Even if your team keeps on losing matches, but you can see from the stats, okay, that I did good in this match, I did my best. I think that can feel still rewarding. And yeah, as I have mentioned here, I'm gonna still mention it here, just in case someone missed it already, but stick to the quick match rather than ranked. And I also want to put mention here that train against bots as much as you want. Use the practice against the AI mode as much as you feel like you need to or want to. Because even if it doesn't really teach you that much how to play against real players, you can still learn a lot from the hero that you are learning just fighting against the bots. Because you can learn how you move around with your specific hero, what their abilities are and whatnot. And I definitely like to practice against the AI a lot, especially with the heroes that I am not that good yet. And even, I think it's absolutely fine as well, even if you are feeling the feeling burnt out after losing so many matches. For example, if you're in a lose streak and you just feel like, I just want to win, or just want to kind of, you know, forget that sweating in the quick match, because sometimes it can get sweaty in the quick match as well. So if your mentally starts to drift away from like casuality, then go do some bot matches. Just, you know, to kind of let loose a little bit, cool down a little bit, you know. And then you still keep on playing the game, so you still have a chance to improve there. And then you can just hop into quick match and see if things change. And if things doesn't change, then I think it might be a good place to just take a little break from the game. But yeah, casual modes, they have still lower pressure than in ranked, of course, so, you know, more room for experimentation. And, you know, just, you know, possibility to play it for fun, try out any heroes or playstyles you want. And yeah, sometimes practice against the AI. I'd say that's pretty important part of the game in the end, which some people might overlook, thinking they feel like amateurs if they are just playing against bots. But I mean, just a good place to improve, even just a little bit. And then in the quick matches you will learn how to play against other players. But in the practice against AI, I think it's mostly just you want to learn a hero or a map. If there's a new map, you want to learn the layout of it. That's a pretty good place to do it as well. That's pretty much, I think, all of the most important notes I had in mind. This is not like super detailed thing, but just kind of like my first thoughts that came to my head. But also kind of coming back to about the lose streaks and whatnot. Don't necessarily play too long sessions. You can take some short sessions as well, a few matches at a time, so the game keeps on feeling fresh. And you know, just as said, if there's a losing streak and you notice frustration building up and something like that, you can, well, as said, you can switch around your strategy in the quick match, or you can go do the practice against AI, or you can just take a good old break from the game a little bit, because you don't want to burn out from the game right away. If you were like me, haven't played in a long while, want to jump back into Marvel Rivals, but then you get too deep into it and you lose your nerves immediately after getting back to the game, then I don't think you will be continuing. So it's better to take it slowly, I would say, because there's a lot of new stuff that has come to the game and keeps on coming in pretty short bursts. There's a new hero coming before you even notice. So it's good to just kind of take it easy and just, you know, focus on kind of just improving your gameplay slowly but surely, rather than the match results. So don't really think about it. What is your at the moment win-lose ratio? Just kind of focus on your personal progress. I think it is more enjoyable as a solo player, at least, if every match is treated as a chance to, you know, to improve your own gameplay and try your best and nothing much to do it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this was just kind of a short type of thing I wanted to mention here. Hopefully this could help your mindset as well. If you are like me and want to just kind of use this game as a kind of casual thing to chill down after a hard day of work or whatever. I know this types of games might not always be like that, but if you just have a correct mindset to it and try to think it a little bit from the different perspective, it could be a game like that for you as well. But yeah, this was just this quick short video, because I just had some thoughts in my mind that I wanted to share. And let me know what do you think about the Marvel Rivals in the comments below. Are you someone who likes to climb the ranked and grind the game hardcore style, or are you like me and just want to casually enjoy it time to time? And if you have any tips or tricks how to get into that mindset that I may not have mentioned here, let me know in the comments about stuff like that as well, because I also would like to hear some tips other people might have. These are just my thoughts, but if someone else has like a different ideas or things in mind that could help me with my mindset as well, I would really welcome that. But yeah, that's going to be all for this video. Thank you for watching. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. As said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're new over here and just found my channel, remember to subscribe to support the channel and all that good jazz. And as always, I will see you all with the future videos. But for now, it's going to be a bye-bye.